In the heart-pounding showdown near Bakhmut, Ukrainian FPV drones strike again, taking down a Russian turtle tank. The skilled pilots of the Black Raven unit, part of the 93rd Separate Mechanized Brigade, swiftly identified the advancing Russian tank with its distinctive turtle armor. With precision and expertise, the first drone strike cripples the tank, forcing it to a halt as its crew abandons the ship. Not stopping there, Ukrainian forces unleash another FPV drone to deliver a final blow, ensuring the tank is beyond salvage. In a daring move, the drone navigates through the tank's open hatches and detonates inside, causing devastating damage that leaves the Russian tank in ruins. This successful mission once again exposes the vulnerabilities of the turtle armor, as the Ukrainian drone operator exploits its weak points with finesse. In this intense video, Ukrainian FPV drones launch a surprise attack on a Russian convoy of turtle-armored vehicles. The footage captured by the Ukrainian 59th Motorized Brigade reveals a convoy consisting of a T-72 tank, a T-80 tank, and 3 BMP-2, all sporting additional turtle-like armor. The Russian vehicles were on the move towards the Ukrainian forces near the Krasnohorivka district in the Donetsk region. As the Russian convoy pushed forward, they unknowingly entered the firing range of Ukrainian artillery. Despite the Ukrainian strikes falling just meters off target, the Russian troops continued their advance. It was at this critical moment that the Ukrainian forces unleashed their FPV drones toward the Russian armor, successfully destroying all of them. While some Russian soldiers managed to escape their obliterated tank and seek refuge in nearby abandoned buildings, not all were as fortunate. This showdown serves as a clear example that adding more armor to Russian tanks does not guarantee protection against Ukrainian FPV drone attacks. In a dramatic turn of events, Ukrainian forces obliterate a Russian armored convoy near Vuhledar. The jaw-dropping drone footage captured by the Ukrainian Shadow unit reveals a Russian convoy consisting of 1 tank and 2 BBMs 4x4 multi-purpose all-terrain infantry mobility vehicles advancing towards the Ukrainian troops' positions in the Novomikhailivka Vuhledar area. Utilizing a Mavic 3 drone for artillery adjustment, the Ukrainian forces unleashed a barrage of artillery strikes, including cluster shells. However, the accuracy of the strikes leaves something to be desired, with the shells landing mere meters away from the Russian military vehicles. As the Russian convoy inches closer to the Ukrainian fighters, they fall within the range of the deadly Javelin ATGM fire. The Javelin missiles swiftly take out both BBMs, and despite the tank's attempt to retreat, it meets the same fate at the hands of the Ukrainian fighters. In the Donetsk region, Javelin missiles wreak havoc on Russian tanks and their crew. The drone footage captures a Russian tank leading 2 BMP armored vehicles towards the Ukrainian troops' positions. As the Russian tank fires aimlessly, failing to hit any significant target, it unknowingly enters the range of the Ukrainian ATGM fire. The Ukrainian forces strike first with a Javelin ATGM missile, targeting the Russian BMP and causing severe damage, leaving it disabled and engulfed in flames. A second strike on the other BMP immobilizes the vehicle, forcing 2 Russian troops to evacuate the burning wreckage. Another hit on the front Russian tank disables its turret, prompting it to retreat, marking another unsuccessful attack by the Russian army. The Ukrainian forces successfully ambush the convoy, destroying the BMPs carrying infantry. With their convoy in ruins, the Russian army had no choice but to retreat. Ukrainian defense forces successfully repelled an armored group from the Russian Federation near Andreevka. The Russian armored group attempted an assault near Bakhmut, but their efforts were thwarted, resulting in significant losses. In an unsuccessful bid to break through Ukrainian positions in the Andreevka area, the Russian forces were swiftly detected and preemptively struck by the defense forces. The operation involved units from the 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade and the Phoenix Rapid Response Border Commandant. Another assault attempt by the enemy was also effectively repelled. The brigade reported the destruction of various equipment, including T-90M and T-80 BVM tanks, BMP-3 and BTR-82A armored vehicles. Additionally, several dozen enemy combatants suffered injuries or were killed in the operation. Notably, a Russian BMP-3 was taken out near the occupied village of Otradevka, while a tank was destroyed close to Zelenopelia. In a heart-pounding showdown, a Ukrainian Bradley infantry fighting vehicle takes down a Russian BTR armored vehicle at close range. The brave crew of the M2 Bradley from the 47th Separate Mechanized Brigade showcased their skills by neutralizing an enemy armored personnel carrier with infantry on board. The intense encounter was captured in a video released by the brigade's press service. The action unfolded in the Pokrovsky direction, where an enemy BTR-82A managed to breach into a populated area. Without hesitation, the Ukrainian Bradley crew swiftly moved to intercept the Russian intruders. As the two vehicles raced towards each other, a fierce exchange of fire erupted at an incredibly close distance. The footage vividly captures the moment when the 25mm ammunition from the M242 Bushmaster cannon struck the enemy armored personnel carrier, hitting the area where the enemy infantry was positioned. In a dramatic turn of events, the Bradley and BTR-82A passed each other, with only a few meters separating the combat vehicles. The relentless Ukrainian fire forced the Russian armored vehicle to come to a halt, unable to continue due to the damage inflicted. We witness a dramatic scene that occurs when Russian troops are in a tight position after their BTR is destroyed. Drone footage captured the moment a Ukrainian mortar landed very close to a Russian armored personnel carrier, followed by a devastating attack from an ATGM missile. The impact forced the Russian vehicle to stop, engulfed in smoke. As things calmed down, 7 Russian soldiers emerged from the damaged BTR. In a surprising turn of events, 6 of them ran in the opposite direction, leaving behind the armored vehicle and one of their colleagues. The unexpected move highlights the tactics used by Russian troops, who apparently damaged their own equipment to avoid deploying to the front lines.